So just a few minutes ago, I was sitting around thinking about the universe because that's what I do with my free time now. And I realized something that I thought was kind of interesting. And I don't know, I don't know if it's going to be interesting to anybody else, but I realized that more than once now, I've had some sort of issue in connecting. I don't know. So the last time I was I was recording something and I was going off about something like I do, and I had gotten on to the subject of the universe, and I started talking about how if I were the universe, maybe I would feel X, Y, and Z, and like that video, like I wasn't allowed to have that. Like that was something that was gone. Like it was interfered with. It was gone. There's no audio on that. And then I like had this experience before, and I just now am remembering that I had that experience that time before when I started talking about that, and it just made me really curious. Like I want to know. Like like am I like is it? I really don't think it was a coincidence, because what a weird topic to be on. But now I'm like wondering, like, am I not allowed to talk about that? Are we not allowed to know that? Was I right or was I wrong? And I'm not supposed to share like that because it's wrong. It had my dog. I'm not allowed to talk about this. He swallowed a piece of something wrong. Yeah, so apparently there's some stuff I'm not allowed to talk about. Maybe I can talk about this. Since that happened, and since I've been thinking about it, maybe I should share this with you. I have had experiences in the past where I was able to connect. Psychically, for lack of better, I don't want to spend time finding the right words. And I was able to receive information in ways that we don't really talk about, just going about our day to day. But after I manifested my freedom, it happened like almost immediately after. I just became like, I went through this really short phase where I got like angry. Like it kind of felt like leaving a narcissist, in the sense that as soon as I walked away from my employer, I felt like I got part of myself back that it had been siphoning away from me. And that, like, I experienced that anger that comes after those kinds of relationships. And I had this, I was like, okay, now that I have my freedom back, I want all of the rest of my power back. I want to recall all of my power and cut all of these strings. And so I asked to have, my ability to channel and receive information back, because I knew that I had it before, and I figured out that I myself chose to cast it away as a child. Because it was complicating the traumatic things that were happening. It was just complicating that for me. And so as a child, it confused me and scared me even more. And one of the things that happens sometimes for me is that I'm able to see from a different perspective, like from another person's perspective. But the thing is it's not that I'm seeing life, it's that I'm seeing myself through their perspective. And as a child, seeing myself through the eyes of someone causing me harm was too difficult for me to deal with. My dog. Okay, I don't know. As an adult, I have definitely haven't had control of it, not like knowing that I was doing it. In those moments it feels like it just happens to me. It hasn't happened very often, but I've experienced like flashes of like being in the consciousness of someone else experiencing me through their eyes. And it's like I can feel all of these feelings that I'm provoking in this other person. I realize that sounds like projection, and that's what I thought that was. And I'm sure some of it through, like, I'm sure there was a lot of that, but there was an inflection point where I got enough confirmation that that was real. That wasn't in my head, that wasn't a projection. And that actually, I'm kind of going off topic a bit here, but that was a turning point in my life, and it was a huge lesson to me. It was a huge lesson in that the gift that I was given, which we all have access to, but the gift that like I was given, at least in that moment, I didn't understand the implications of it. I didn't understand the responsibility of it. And in trying to get confirmation for myself from that other person to validate my experience of that weird, like, psychic reversal or something. I don't know what to call that, but I definitely caused some disruption in the other person's life. I'm sure of it. I'm very sure that I caused disruption in that other person's life. And I didn't understand that my pursuit of getting validation from that was at that other person's expense. I didn't realize it was costing that other person. I didn't realize what it was costing that other person. And I guess if you are that person, then you know who you are, and I'm very sorry about that. But I also want to say that I appreciate you serving that role in my life. So thank you. I'm sorry and thank you. But once, man, I really got sidetracked there. Once I understood as an adult that those experiences that I had were real and they weren't something I should just pass off automatically as projection, that's when I realized that some of the traumatic memories that I have were not what I thought they were. They weren't me dissociating. Like, that wasn't the experience that I had. It was me not being able to control that ability to channel in a time of great stress. And that really, like, I can see, like, there's no way a child could handle that. I don't know. I'm probably gonna have to chop this all up. This video. Holy cow. But I realized, you know, when I decided to call all of my power back to me that I had cast away, that's kind of what I'm referring to. And because I was no longer afraid of it, and I didn't know what else I might have blocked out because I couldn't handle the connection to the universe that I was given as a child. So I really wanted to know what it was. I wanted it back. I wanted all of me back. I wanted to be able to see all of myself clearly again. After I did that, I didn't really spend much time thinking about it, to be honest, because I was going through so much. And like I said, I had a nursery that was like succumbing to 100-degree heat. I had cooking tutorials popping up in my head. And the thing that I was not allowed to share was being able to see myself through the eyes of the universe, and I don't know that it's accurate, but that's what I was talking about. I was talking about looking at my life through the eyes of the universe. So that is really interesting. I'm definitely not sharing this. I feel like my heart is actually racing right now. I feel like I'm trying to navigate communicating something that maybe I'm not allowed to communicate, something that's supposed to just stay with me. I don't know. I don't know what that means. Maybe there will be no sound on this video. I don't have my thing connected to it. I don't know.